Have you ever wondered why some reverb plugins just sound fuller and more realistic than others? Oftentimes, the secret is hiding in the low end. Many digital reverbs struggle with low frequencies. They either lack a confident and robust low end, or they get muddy fast. But what if your reverb could intelligently handle those lows, giving you that rich, expansive sound of a real space without turning your mix's low end into mud? Hi, and welcome back. I'm Julian, and today I'm going to show you how LiquidSonics help you solve this age-old problem with VLF, or very low frequency reverb technology in our plugins, including the Tai Chi ensemble reverb. Now, this isn't just another EQ trick. It's a completely separate reverb processor designed specifically for those crucial low frequencies that give your mixes weight and dimension. I've got some ear-opening before and after examples that might change how you think about low-end reverb treatment. That is, of course, assuming you're listening on headphones or high-quality studio monitors. So, let's dive in. Before we get into the specifics though, let's hear a quick before and after comparison of a drum loop with Tai Chi and its VLF processor. Low-frequency acoustics are essential for conveying realism in room simulations, and they play an important role when applying reverb in a mix. As described by digital reverb pioneer Manfred Schröder back in the 1960s, room acoustics are modally dominated at low frequencies, whereas at higher frequencies, diffuse field behaviors take precedence in how we perceive the late decay of a space. Now, whilst many reverbs in the past had low-end contouring or bass boost techniques that add additional low-frequency content into the reverb loop's body, the Bricasti M7 was the first to truly innovate in this area with a pragmatic and effective improvement to the way low-end is approached in reverb by treating it separately. The VLF in Tai Chi and other LiquidSonics plugins is designed specifically to build upon this approach. Unlike traditional reverb treatments that simply boost or contour the low end, a true VLF processor provides separate and independently adjustable low end for the reverb. You'll find the VLF reverb controls in the Advanced tab of Tai Chi. It comes with a level control that allows you to blend in just the right amount of low-frequency content below approximately 125 Hz. Now, what makes the VLF special is how it interacts with the main reverb time. With shorter reverbs, the VLF will extend slightly beyond the main reverb time to provide additional body and fullness. With longer reverbs, it's restrained to prevent low-frequency buildup that could otherwise muddy your mix. Okay, that was a lot of information. Let's open up Tai Chi and explore how the VLF reverb works in a practical context. In this video, we'll be listening to the drum bus of a song called Wrong Place for the Right Thing by an artist called The Morning Stairs, which was mixed by Peter Ratner. He and composer Scott Fritz kindly gave us access to their session to share with you today. Peter took Tai Chi's front studio preset to give the drums more space and depth. A drum track is perfect for demonstrating the VLF reverb since drums typically contain substantial low-frequency content. So first, let's listen to the dry drums, and then I'll bring in the reverb from Tai Chi without VLF engaged. Now I'll bring up the VLF control in the Advanced tab. As you can see, it's a simple level control that allows you to dial in exactly how much VLF content you want in your reverb. Let's listen again, but this time with the VLF engaged. Pay close attention to how it adds weight and fullness to the low end without overwhelming the rest of the frequency spectrum. As I adjust the level control, notice how the character of the reverb changes. At lower settings, you get just a touch of enhanced low end. At higher settings, you get a more pronounced foundation for the body of the kick. The beauty is that even at higher settings, the VLF's specialized design prevents it from muddying up your mix the way a simple EQ boost might. It's helpful to keep in mind that VLF is one of 3 discrete reverb engines in Tai Chi. This means that you can control it independently from the reflections and late reverb engines. There's a section in the plugin's preset settings that defines this behavior. When the VLF reverb is set to act independently from the reverb mix, we can even turn the late reverb all the way down and still achieve a good amount of boost that complements the reflections with just a touch of low-end reverb. Have a listen. Let's try another example, this time with a synth bass line. This example showcases how we can combine the VLF controls with some more advanced features to enhance your low-frequency depth without creating that dreadful muddiness. For this example, I'm using a synth bass track with a modified, detuned air preset from the Synth Spice category. Without proper treatment, reverb on bass can quickly turn into an undefined rumble that clutters the mix. Let's hear the dry bass line first, and then with the added reverb from Tai Chi. So let me recall the initial preset and show you the tweaks I had to do to get there. One of the powerful aspects of Tai Chi's VLF implementation is how it works in harmony with the other low-frequency controls. The bass dampening control, which acts like a low-shelf EQ on the reverb, can be used to create space in the low end for the VLF to shine through. Meanwhile, the multiband reverb time multipliers allow you to tailor how the main reverb's low end behaves independently of the VLF. Now this gives you unprecedented control over your reverb's low-frequency characteristics. Let me demonstrate that by making some adjustments to these controls as the track plays. Let me walk you through some practical scenarios here. First, with a shorter decay time, the VLF reverb extends beyond the main decay, giving drums and bass that extra sustain without making the overall reverb sound too washed out. Now with a longer reverb, the VLF is naturally restrained to prevent excessive low-end buildup while still providing that crucial foundational weight. This interplay between VLF, bass dampening, and multiband controls is exactly what gives Tai Chi such a flexible and musical quality. Orchestral music benefits greatly from the added depth that VLF provides. The low-frequency content of instruments like double basses, cellos, and timpani can create a powerful foundation when paired with a well-designed reverb. For acoustic genres like jazz or folk music, the VLF processing provides authentic room characteristics that make these recordings sound more natural and lifelike. Based on my experience working with the VLF and Tai Chi, I've developed a few practical tips that might help you get the most out of this feature. Number 1, start with subtle VLF settings. Around -12 to -6 dB is often a good starting point before pushing it further if needed. Number 2, when working with dense mixes, try using the bass dampening control to carve out space, then add back warmth with the VLF for a cleaner low end that takes advantage of the VLF's intelligent decay timing behavior. Number 3, consider VLF as part of your overall low-end strategy. It works wonderfully in tandem with other tools like sidechain compression, low cuts, and dynamic EQ. Number 4, don't be afraid to automate the VLF level throughout a song. Bringing it up during sparse sections and pulling it back during dense choruses can create dynamic contrast. And 5, remember you don't need the late reverb active to benefit from the VLF. Reflections with a low-end boost can provide really clean and clear small spaces with a well-defined low end. Few other reverbs can offer you this. These subtle techniques can help you achieve a professional-sounding low end that sits perfectly in your mix. The VLF reverb in Tai Chi is much more than just a low-frequency boost. It's a specifically designed component that works in harmony with the main reverb to create more realistic spaces. By providing natural low-end extension for short reverbs and preventing muddy buildup in longer reverbs, VLF allows you to achieve a richer, more professional sound in your productions. Now it's worth noting that dedicated VLF processing is a hallmark feature across the LiquidSonic range of premium reverbs. You'll find them in most LiquidSonics plugins, including Illusion, Seventh Heaven, and Cinematic Rooms. Take some time to experiment with the VLF in different contexts. You'll find it particularly useful on material with significant low-frequency content like drums, bass, and film mixes. The more you work with it, the more you'll appreciate the subtle but important difference it makes in your sonic landscape. Thanks so much for joining me today as we explored the VLF feature in Tai Chi. Please subscribe to LiquidSonics' email list and social channels to stay updated on new tutorial videos like this one and, of course, product releases. Visit LiquidSonics.com to download a free demo of Tai Chi and all our other reverb plugins today. See you next time, and happy mixing!